X-Ball Energy Drink.
That's the biggest ripoff. It's literally the Chicago
It's literally
Bulls
Red
logo.
Bull. Oh yeah, it's Chicago Red Bulls, and it's literally Red Bull. I don't get it. It's so funny. They're so extra about it.
I mean, they're completely ripping off the logo for the NBA.
They
but,
completely are.
I mean, it is
They-
Afghanistan.
Yeah, it
so I
is
don't know.
exactly. Dostai Aziz, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the first episode of the Boiling Cardamom. I am here with my first guest, Razmir Aghabaygy. Razmir
How's it going?
is a certified personal trainer. He is a dietitian.
Try.
Yeah, he is an actor. And
Somewhat.
and he's all around just a very good guy. Today, Ruz will be talking to us about some good practices that we can kind of try throughout Ramadan. I know, we'll be talking about some health, some exercises, and just some things so we can keep our good habits and ultimately live a pretty good lifestyle during the holy month of Ramadan.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So, Ruz, first things first, when I'm going through Ramadan, in a day, it's 12 o'clock, I'm going, geez, I could seriously use a fried chicken burger. I love fried chicken, but can you walk us through some things? What are some foods we can eat? Maybe some diets that we can follow, some exercises that we do just to keep us in shape and make sure we're not over bloating ourselves, you're not overdoing it, and ultimately making the best of Ramadan.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I think Ramadan is ultimate. It's essentially the best diet that's out there. If you think about it, right?
Right.
It's obviously it's not made to be a diet, but if you're looking at it in just the finished perspective,
Right.
it's the greatest because not only you're cutting out food, you're cutting out water as well. It's to stop your temptations for these different foods, and it really disciplines you as much as it does, right? Because I feel like the number one problem is with people and weight and everything is not the working out. You could work out every day, of course, but there's a saying where it's like you can't out train a bad diet. So
Right.
what the one thing we do is we're snacking, chips, chocolate, cookies, and everything just throughout the day, and it piles up, right? You think one's okay, and then two. So being in this month, it really gives you the best 30 days of diet and discipline and. So to your point, yeah, you're craving a chicken sandwich throughout the day, you're getting hungry, and you plan to eat it. But I think, if you could successfully, you fast throughout the day, by the time you get to the point where you do want to eat, I think your cravings will change. So it's important that as long as you're eating, the essential nutrients at the end of the day,
Right.
get your vegetables, fruits, right? Because you none of that during the day.
None.
You can still enjoy your chicken sandwich for sure.
Right.
For sure, right? Like enjoy it and have it, but just make sure you're eating everything else because you're always going to be under your calories for the day.
Right.
So
right.
it's just be enjoy what you eat, but make sure you're having everything.
I'll be the first to say it. If I tell myself I want to go to the gym during Ramadan, but I can't get the will to do it. And especially not during the day because, well, first of all, you get work, you get all these other things. But then iftar comes around and you're like, oh, I'm going to hit the gym. And then, it's 8 o'clock and you're like, maybe I don't feel like it. So how could you put yourself in such a mental state that you are able to get yourself up and at least moving? I'm not saying you're going to go pound out some, 100-pound bench press or anything. But how do you just get that mental willpower to get moving?
Yeah, not everyone. I'm not, and not everyone has to lift weights, right? It's not for everyone. It doesn't mean anything, right? There's people. The first thing they tell you is you have to make sure to know your own body, and make sure especially let's say you're working with clients. Not that you are, but everyone's different. You see everyone in different cases, but the number. It's you can't be stationary always. And sitting, it's the worst thing.
Right.
Your body is you are not meant to just be sitting. If you're sitting 8 hours a day at work, for example, right? Let's say you work office job, you drive home, you're still sitting.
Yeah.
You go home, what are you doing? You're gonna sit again on the couch.
Yeah.
When are you moving throughout the day?
True.
And then you sleep for 8 hours and you're laying down. So you're laying down 8 hours. You're working 8 hours sitting.
Yeah.
You're in the car. Let's say 30 minutes each way. That's another hour sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, you stand up to make food and walking doesn't really count. All it takes is really if you spend 15 minutes. Say the first thing you do when you wake up.
Right.
Everyone has 10 minutes. You can't tell me you don't have 10 minutes.
Everyone's got 10 minutes.
Stretch. Like stretch. There's so many good ones you do by yourself, and it's so important to do static stretching. It's so because you're prolonging the muscle, your tissues, everything is getting open, and but the change is just it's crazy. It's crazy because before I started, I was in such a rough time, and everything felt like things were working out, and you struggle with different things happen in life. I'm sure everyone has problems, right? But as soon as I started doing that, I added like something in my life that it was like a seed. That's how I look at it, because it's like a growth process, right? I planted the seed. I went once a day, and through the days, it's like you're watering the seed every time you work out. And then what happens to the roots? They get stronger, they grow, they get bigger. It's like your muscles, right?
Right.
Everyone starts off like the small seed, you're skinny, whatever it is, and then you grow, you get stronger, you grow. And then with that, it's just like you turn, the leaves start to grow, they turn green. It's like the seasons where it becomes beautiful and you feel better, and that's kind of how I see myself, like that. And then once you're interested, then you're more aware.
But I like what you said. I like what you said about the whole planting the seed, right? Yeah. Which I really feel like Ramadan exemplifies. Ramadan, I think, at its core, teaches you what? It's mental discipline, right? If you can go 30 days without food, water, which is so essential to your body, to your well-being and to your health, that mental discipline you can take and you could translate to things like working out, taking care of your mental health, taking care of your body. But also what I think that helps with is just mental discipline on all the unnecessary things, all the toxic things in your life. If say the whole year you were addicted to alcohol, you had a problem with alcoholism, maybe you were hooked on nicotine, right? Marijuana, pornography even, right? All these toxic traits, in Ramadan for 30 days, you learn that mental discipline. You literally translate it to those things. And all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says is that for 30 days, just don't do it, right? Just don't do it. For 30 days, don't do these things. Build that mental discipline. Don't eat, don't drink water, because it will translate to other aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Right? I have a friend, and for that person listening, you know who you are. But, this person says when it's iftar time, I can smoke a cigarette. Yeah. And some people just can't go without it, and that's fair. But in a time like Ramadan, when you're literally building up the discipline, if you can't go 30 days without your toxic traits, like, how can you expect to ever live a lifestyle of health and well-being? Because what is Islam, right, at its core? What is Ramadan teaching you? Right? It's teaching you how to be the best version of yourself. And to your point about planting that seed, right? You go to the gym. Gym is an example of one of many things, right?
Yeah, it's just an example.
Yeah. You go to the gym and you start working out. Maybe you're on the treadmill for a little bit, right? Your first day, 30 minutes, you're on the treadmill. But you're planting that seed. Well, now, why can't you do that with all your toxic traits, right?
It's such a beautiful month. It's such a holy month. Honestly, I love it. I feel happier. I feel better. I feel disciplined. I feel, tested.
You feel like you can do anything.
You really do.
I feel invincible.
You really do. Honestly, that's that's a great way to put it, man. I didn't look at it like that, but you really do feel like so connected with God and to yourself.
But yeah, I really like those points, man. I like how you said, you plant your seed, it's compounding growth, and if you can not go without food or water, you can do absolutely anything, right? Add a little bit of exercise, add a brisk walk, maybe a little bit of cardio. Keep yourself in the best shape possible. Stay away from marijuana, cigarettes, nicotine, and alcohol.
They say fasted cardio. What's more fasted than fasting?
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been our first episode with our guest, Aghabaygy. Aghabaygy, thank you so much once again.
No problem.
Instagram handle?
Yeah, it's at Aghabaygy, ROZ_BAYGY. I'm going to be starting a lot of different fitness stuff and fitness tips and workouts and all that, even during Ramadan. So if you're interested, let
us know, guys. Let us know in the comments. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? This episode is brought to you by X-Bull Energy Drink. I'm kidding. It really wasn't. It's so funny how they put that in every single Afghan channel, though. So we decided to plug it in. If you have any questions, we take calls, we take recommendations. Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.
X-Bull Energy Drink.